Hello there everyone, welcome back. This one's gonna be a hell of a stream now, trying to get everything right, but I'll tell you where we're up to in a little bit. What I'm gonna do here is try and do the resort now. It's been a while since I actually did anything like this, so I'm gonna try here and do another file. I'm gonna have fake Asgore and fake Frisk here. I just need to actually put all these platforms into order. We'll try floating platforms. Because there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to need to organize, so might as well do that while I'm here. Which one was that one? Oh, I see. Okay. Is that a white one, though? I think it was the white block. Okay. So this is me just, like, blocking out stuff again and trying to get stuff done before the deadline. Before I have to go and animate things. So what we're doing here is trying to get sense of scale, right? So we're going to do reference fakes. And this is for Frisk and Asgore. So, we're going to make 2 cubes, one for Frisk, one for Asgore, and hopefully they should represent the scale. Hello to everyone that's viewing, by the way. Oh. So what we're going to do here is scale fake Frisk down. Oh. Scale fake Frisk so they are roughly about the right height. Okay. Gives us an idea of how tall and how wide Frisk is going to be. And then I also need to do that for length. So, box this off, and there we go. We kind of get a rough idea as to how Frisk is going to look, right? And then we do the same with Asgore. So we do, I'm just going to copy this and then scale it up to Asgore. Fake Asgore. And then we're just going to do it to the top of his horns. And we're going to do it to the sides of his shoulders. So we know roughly how wide his shoulder pads are. And then the idea is, if anything is same scale as these two, or in scale as these two, then it should be okay. So we're going to take those up to the 3rd floor. I'm just having a good look at how small fake Frisk is here. My god, this area is going to be absolutely massive. But it's going to be good. The idea is to show off how grand Hotland is, so... because it would be one of the biggest areas. It's going to actually be interesting seeing what fake Frisk is like scale-wise against Muffet's area. Let's just go all the way to Muffet's right now. And then we'll pull the reference images and stuff for later on. And I'll show you guys what I'm looking at in terms of reference. Let's see what this is like, because this is Muffet's area, the massive carpet of webs. That looks cool at the moment. Because hopefully, Muffet's area and everything can be done once I get the rest sorted. But what I want to do first is just make sure that the result is good. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Right, we're gonna leave fake Asgore and fake Frisk over there. And I'm gonna try pulling some of the reference images in here that I've got. Let's see. I definitely want to use that one for the lab, so we'll do, what is it, reference planes. Because I can use some artwork here. This one's from SpongeBob, I think. So what we're doing is just scaling everything up, just so I get an idea of what stuff's gonna look like. So that's a reference for the lab at the moment, which actually looks pretty good, to be honest. Like having all the different panels and everything, it looks really accurate, so I think I'll take that, right? And then we've got, where's the other stuff for Hotland? So much reference at the moment. Got a load of stuff for Muffet's area, which I'll show off at some other point, because I've done a lot of research into this. Trying to find the other stuff for the resort at the moment. Okay, so there's one bit of artwork for the resort. Let's pull that. Reference 1. This is all the artwork I'm going to be using. Oh crap. And then we've got trying to see, because there's so much reference artwork. That's stuff from MTT's stage show later on. There's the resort. MTT Resort reference 2. That one looks like a really nice one. I do like that. But there's a better one that I've got, I think. Because that one's more of a realistic one, right? It's a screenshot that I grabbed the other day that looks really good. This is the one that I was on about. I love the way I put MMT instead of MTT. I've been typing too fast here. There we go. So result 3. The reference for it is this bit of artwork from Tumblr that I saw, but it looks really good. So we can check this out now. I like the way that this looks with the big Metaton sign on the side as well, so I might do that. Just because structurally it looks really interesting. Okay. So let's try this out. So we got the front door, which is a double here. What I ended up actually doing is I had a little bit of problems with this, but it was only because I goofed it. I forgot how to make it easy on myself to do bits like this, where you can just punch through and make a door really easy out of quads. I just forgot how to do that because it's been a while since I've done environment geometry. Like properly like this for buildings and stuff. So let's get the front done roughly, or at least get the other edges blocked out. And then we can go from there. So we go in, and then we got this giant room, right? Just trying to figure out where everything's gonna be so I can match it all up. Because I have to have the exterior and the interior as well. Maybe focus on the exterior for the moment. Merged by distance. There we go, and then we'll just make sure there's a flat. What I need to do is have the sign as well, potentially in 3D. I'm not too sure. If I do that, I'm gonna have to like go ahead and just try and model that as accurately as possible. I'm wondering if I can just get like a base outline of this, then we're good to go. I just realized, where the heck am I even putting the, there we go, the resort files. I do not want to lose track of where I am here. So what we'll do is, we'll make another mesh here. Or I'll just take this one. And what we'll do is we'll try and do this based off the artwork and then scale it down. That's what I want to do here. Oh. Let's take these verts and get rid. And then because we're not using this as the proper thing, we're just using it as kind of an idea for scale, I can cut that and we'll do it in half. So we've got a little bit for that awning, which probably goes to about there, right? And then we've got a little bit further up. I'll actually do this based off the sprite work this way rather than down below, and then we'll just match it up. So if I scale that, come on now, about there. Then I can just scale this with the building. And we'll go from there. So, trying to think of how to punch through there. I can probably do that later on with the same quad setup as the doors. The idea is just to get an overall sense of height and everything, so probably about the for the roof. And then if we go about there for the side, now I just need these little bits here, which I can do the same way I did the other bits. If I take, for instance, this bit, if I insert that, oh. There we go. I can inset to there. And we'll just make the window slightly bigger. Not there. And then I can just punch through that later on. Same with like down here. I need to just make sure this is inset properly, but then we're good after that. So I don't want to stretch these verts too far down. If I do this, might be able to get away with that. What I need to actually do is make sure all the windows are the same scale as well. Let's just move that to the side. It looks roughly the same scale. But over here, when I mirror that, I can just punch in again. So we can do mirror on global. Why is that not? There we go. That was not selecting then, and it was kind of weird. So I'll just make sure I bridge all of these. And for this top one, lower this down and then we'll punch in the oh, come on now. So if I just do that. Put that about there and then make sure I get that lined up with the other ones. Oh, crap. Okay, they're flat. And then I just get an idea of this by punching in here. Same with this. Just punch in slightly and then delete that face there. And then we bring the other faces in. This is just to give me a vague idea of what I'm doing. Because sometimes it's just a case of figuring stuff out as you go. Okay. Not bad. Not amazing, but at least it fulfills its role. So then, I can scale that down. Because it's way too big. If I scale that to this double door here, and then we'll just see what that's like against Frisk and Asgard, then we should get an idea of how big the resort is going to be. Okay, Okay, so I might need the door frame to be slightly above there, and I just realized that's way too low for Asgore there. Up there for the double doors. See what these fakes look like now against it. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. So if I go from there, then should be okay. So what I need to do is make sure that all the double doors are roughly that scale. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try and link up all these areas now. It's going to be rough, but hopefully we can get it done. Let's try going from here first. I'm trying to get some of these other doorways done. So for instance, we got this hallway, right? If I take that. Then I can move this down and join it up with all these. Because, roughly, I reckon we're gonna need a roof that's about this in height. Just to be comfy with these halls. And then let's see about sense of scale for the actual hallway itself in terms of Asgore and Frisk being inside it. Should be pretty big. Okay, in terms of sense of scale width-wise, maybe like that might do the hallway size. Just put them there. And then we can just join this all up. So what I'm going to do here is just take these and join these doorways together. Hi Emma, how are you doing? Take this and start with the easy bits, right? Where we just bridge these. Great, how to slice of apple pie? I'm making a hotel. Ooh. I'm making a hotel at the top of Hotland. It's about that, right? Roughly. Maybe a bit more. About the... The thing is, if each room is roughly that size that it's saying when we go in there, that's a bit crazy. Because, like, if I save this for a moment, right, and then we go... We assume that the hallways are like that. And then we've got probably about this much room, maybe a bit more. And we extrude out the same way. There's no way you are fitting that in there like that, right? The thing is, it's like, trying to get this looking decent. So if I put like Frisk and Asgore in a room like this, Asgore only just fits through that door. So I might have to make those bigger. And that room is absolutely massive. So if I scale the rooms down, I then get an idea of roughly what we're looking for in terms of scale for everything else. If I do like, based just off that, right? I do about this. Then we bring that down to about maybe that kind of gives you an idea of the walls. And then I'm just gonna copy that across just to see how that is. Because I just want this to be like as decent as it can be in terms of scale. What's the next room? Have I gone past? I think I've gone past the... See, if I make the rooms realistic like that, they need to be further apart. So for instance, if I do this, we can assume all the rooms roughly are going to be the same distance between each other. Which means that that wall is then all wrong. Hang on. Let's make sure I get rid of these fake doors here. I was confused. Is this 2D thing in 3D style? What I'm doing is I'm using the sprite work to get an idea of scale and design. So if that's the size of the hallway, right? Then it means that this should actually be more like that. That's in the right place, that one isn't, and that one isn't. So we need to move these over. And then this one over. And then let's have a look at this. From there we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roughly, so 1, 2. Let's put 6. So that's the true scale of that there. Or what it should be, really. Because if you did it any smaller, it'd look stupid. Right, so I then take this and do this to about 6 that way, probably. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be true scale for the rooms downstairs. Now, in terms of height, I need to make that bigger. So we want about the for height. Because that looks roughly how you'd expect. True scale of the width we've already got to about here. Roughly. Trying to get these verts placed right. And then we come down. And then we join all of these up. The only problem we have here is doorways, because of the way that quads work here. So what I might have to do is like inset there maybe? Hang on. Figure that out later. So what I want to do is try and keep this as clean as possible. But some of this is awkward. Because now I have an issue where there's quads there on the floor, but I need it to go to quads here as well. The only other thing I could literally do would be to join it up like that. And then have possibly an inset? Hang on. See if this works. Like that. And then delete that. Because then that allows us to have the quads there while also not going crazy with them. Can I just weld those birds there, please? Ah, there we go. So then I'm not worried about, like, whether I've got too many quads or not. Inset there. And then we just bring that in. Get rid of that face, and then we just go merge it last, merge it last. Same with this one. And then that fixes that. We'll do the same with this. We just drag it to about there. Get rid of that face because we don't need it. Oh crap. Then when I look at that now, we've got a corridor here with the verts lined up. And it's all good. Let's take that out of there. Just make sure I've got all of this done. Because I don't want to miss out on a little bit of it. It's funny because this is like a puzzle basically. I'm trying to figure out how to get this done in a efficient manner that doesn't get me too confused. Hey Classic, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Hope the stream's not too laggy because of yesterday. That reminds me, I'm just going to check YouTube real quick for comments. Nope, we're good. So yeah, we're going to carry on here now. So we go out into this area. Quality is fine, that's good, that's good. So we don't need the rooms anymore. I might keep one just as a reference. So we'll do, downstairs room scale reference. And then we'll just take, oh no, that's the front. What is it? So then what we do is we keep that out of everything else. And then we'll do downstairs room hall. Right? And then we push that in, and we should get the sense of scale to about the... Then we're gonna have to come out from here. It's gonna be crazy if I have to punch windows in this later on. Doing an exercise my doctor gave me formed a blood clot in my leg. It's supposed to reduce it. Oh, jeez. Dude, I hope you're alright. So, just gonna measure this if I can. Right, so if I measure from like there to there, that's about 5, right? I measured there to there, that's 10. And from here to here is 6. So that's gonna be roughly about another 6 there. If I go that way. For this way, that's another 5. So yeah, roughly about there where I've got it now. So what we do is edit this. We'll keep this for reference here. Hallway scale reference. Right? We'll take that, put that there. I'm just making sure I get all of this in terms of organization correct. Downstairs hall scale reference. Hallway scale reference. This way I'm not losing anything, but I can just like vanish things, which is good, right? And then we can get a sense of where this goes now. So we need to bring it just a little bit over here. And then if that is that big, then we're talking of about there for roughly the same. And then again, it looks like another 6 maybe, or 7, so about there for that. And then we've got that doorway there. Then we've got this hall in between. It's going to be about there. And we got extruding faces to about, I'd say there for that. But we've also got to deal with this other room over here, which is a pain. Main hall reference. So we might have to do all these other hallways first. And little rooms and then line them up. Because if I don't, it might cause problems. Let's take that one. We'll just duplicate that, right? It's the only problem when I've not done environmental modeling in terms of like interiors and exteriors for literally ages. Like I used to be able to do this really good. But now it's sort of like one giant puzzle where I've got to figure out where to place everything. It's what happens when you don't do stuff for a while. Do 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 do. Interior decorating muscles has lagged. Well, I'd say it was more the whole thing of like all of this is a testing where you put all the lines and everything because you can make things really complicated really easily. And you don't want that. You want to keep it as simple as possible, so your time spent doing this is not looking at everything and thinking, oh god, it looks like hell, you know, in wireframe form. It's just a case of trying to line everything up decently. Like for instance, if we do this here, we know we can bring that to about there. But I'm gonna need at least the fish receptionist out of there realistically. We can probably guess, or do an estimated guess that fish receptionist is roughly about the same scale as Asgore, if not bigger. So we're gonna need a bigger door there, maybe double. Maybe like another double door on the side. But yeah, we're gonna try and follow the sprite work for the moment. What I will do is I'll put Frisk in here, because Frisk and Sans sit at these. So if I can get the scale for these, then we're good. So let's do, where's this cube? Dining. All reference. So I need fake Frisk and fake Asgore again here. So they come in. This place is absolutely massive when you look at it like this. And then we come through into the dining room and oh god. Right, how many tables do we have? Bear in mind, these are monster sized. So we've got 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 tables. But funny enough, because it's how many souls they need to break the barrier. So if we scale these tables up to Asgore, right, and we do like downstairs table reference. If we scale the tables to Asgore, that should be okay. Roughly. But Frisk and Sans are going to need to sit at them as well, so it's kind of rough. So we got this here, right? Here's Frisk, here's Asgore. Frisk comes up to around Asgore's waist, right? So what we don't want is this massively tall table. We want something that's kind of like that. Problem is, trying to get Asgore to sit at that would be a pain. Classic says, I'm back. Yeah, I meant to say my doctor gave exercises to reduce the blood clot, stop it from forming. And it's working, but ice is nuts. It works most of the pain. Sorry about that. It's fine, dude. It's fine. As long as you're alright, you know. And the problem here is, we're probably going to need chairs, looking at the scale of this. Because I reckon, if I do that, that's roughly about the right height for Asgore, but look at Frisk's height. Frisk and Sans would not be able to see over that. And if we go into top down, it's awkward, right? Getting the median relative proportion for mundane objects and tables sounds like hard considering the strange height differences, so good luck. Yeah, trying to do this is awkward. Like, for instance, if we make the table roughly say this scale to just fit like that. That doesn't seem too bad, but then you've got to factor in the whole thing of they're going to need chairs to sit down because some of these other monsters are really high. No, it's not the scale of getting everything right. If I lower it slightly so Frisk can see over the top of it, the question then is how the hell do we build chairs for Sans and Frisk that are like that, unless we have like the tall ones that have the edge rims on them, you know, where you can climb up them. I love the pixel art. Yeah, that's my Temian team. I'm thinking we're gonna have like chairs where you, instead of them being stood there like that, right? You have almost like stools. It's weird, but you're gonna have to have stools with rims on them. I don't know whether you guys have seen them, but they're essentially like giant stools. And about a foot up, maybe a little bit more, they have like a metal ring around them so you can rest your feet on them. That is the only way that the restaurant is gonna make sense. Because otherwise, everything is super scaled, and Frisk and Sans literally can't have their conversation over a table unless... Oh, no. Okay, so here's one. Here's an idea that I can do that would actually make sense, right? So, we have 7 tables that are the normal height for other monsters that are taller, obviously, right? And then we do one table in particular, and we stick a reserved for Sans or something sign on it, and that one is the real scale. Or alternatively, we do like, because there are 8 tables in the area, we do some big, some small. Those are the only ways I can see this working, right? So for instance, we'd have some at this height, say for like Asgore, and then you'd have some roughly about this height for Sans and Frisk. I think having a mixture would be better. Hey John! Hope you're doing alright. So that makes sense, but like, it's rough, man. Hang on, I'm just checking how big this table is on me here in real life. Yeah, the table's pretty low down. just below my waist. So yeah, if I do that, and I do this kind of thing for scale. Alright, let's do large, small. I'm gonna have to essentially do that so that they cater, because I figure Mettaton doesn't discriminate against monsters of different sizes, right? I'm modeling Mettaton Resort, John. I figure Mettaton doesn't discriminate against monsters of different sizes, so we do that. Let's see, downstairs, tables. And then what I'm going to do is take the small one, drag that into there. And then I'm just going to make that into its own thing, and we'll vanish the other ones. Do 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 do. Also, IRL, there's a method. Standardized tables, adjust the chairs. True, true. So we do this, and we're gonna do oh crap. We do this, right? And then I'm gonna bring in the edges. Still surprised I didn't get sick last night from playing AC6 in VR for like 2 hours and beating Balteus. That was nuts. Beating Balteus in like, I think it was 2 tries in VR was crazy. How did VR in AC6 go? It was really, really crazy. So essentially what you do, John, if you want to try it, we've got the mods for it. But you install the mods, and then you, oh dude! Oh my god. I did not notice that before. That's such a cool detail. Yeah, I'm getting so excited about this, and you guys won't even know how the controls work. So I'll tell you about the detail in a little bit. I'll go over the VR stuff first. So what you do is, if you've got like a Quest 2, you put the Quest 2 in, start it on, put the correct file in for VR, and then you basically start up Steam VR, and then while you're in Steam VR you click AC6 and it loads everything in, so you'll be put in essentially a giant virtual cinema where everything is as close to your face as it can be. And you just play in the cinema. And because you've got the first person mod on as well, it feels as though you're actually there, which is not... The only thing that takes you out of it is the fact that you can obviously see where the cinema screen ends. But apart from that, you do get a little bit more of a sense of scale and everything. And I don't know, man, I do really good in VR. Beating Balteus in like 2 goes, I think it was nuts. And if you've not seen it already, go check out the Strider video that I did, where we get to see the Strider in all its glory. It is nuts for how big that thing is. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to do more of that each day as well, depending. I'm on my New Game Plus run now, says John. Oh, nice. I've not even finished my first run. Oh, I hope you're enjoying it, John. So what I'm going to do here is do the the cylinder here. And then we're gonna do all these little details. I get to Photoshop the little details on that I got super hyped before about. I do not believe I did not see that before. That is honestly nuts. Game basically wants to play you to play through it 3 times. No spoilers though. Thank you very much, Sean. Thanks for the consideration. I know it might be annoying people when we say no spoilers each time, but I don't want anything spoiled. Okay, there we go. I had a similar level problems as Classic. It's still bounce better at the end of my project. It's games for 8-bit to scale it. Always a challenge in 3D. You got this. Yeah, it's just... The thing is, it's like... Trying to get this just looking right is obviously really hard. It's a case of doing a lot of guesswork and hoping that it comes out right, you know. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, that reminds me, I showed somebody the last night in VR chat, the Gastus theme everywhere video by Andrew Cunningham that's like 50 minutes long. I actually showed him it and it was pretty cool to see the reaction to it. Oh. So if we do that roughly, right? And then we just loop cut this. We do the same with the top. That doesn't look too bad now, and then we can just chrome that later on. I need that to be in the center of this here, but I already thought it was, but apparently it isn't, but it is, but it isn't? What? Let's try that, right? Okay, so apparently, according to geometry, the center of the origin is roughly about there. That's one big ass table, right? Oh. Make sure there's enough room for characters to fit the legs underneath here. The scale of this table is absolutely nuts. Let's try and bring it down just a little bit. Probably... We're looking at something like that, might be right. Boom, 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 boom. That looks more in line with what you'd kind of expect. And then the interesting thing, isn't Asgore the largest? Yes, he is. Well, he's one of the largest characters. Ooh. So what we'll be doing is trying to just scale the table up to him in a little bit. But the cool thing about this, I just noticed it before. Hope modeling goes well, says Ember. Thank you very much, Ember. The cool thing about this is we can now Make these tables look good. Kiddo sent you Z Gundam map on Blender last week for my Gundam story. It was nuts. Just one map and my fan went nuts. Hope you have a good sleep, Emma. Oh, says Classic. Scale issues are nuts. Like the craziest one I've had was trying to obviously get this entire area done. So what we're going to try doing here is just trying to get this right here. Right, we're going to be trying to drape over this with a cloth, right? The idea is we want the cloth to drape over it just enough, not that it touches the floor, but it goes over it roughly like it does in game. And we're going to sim that. So there's subdivide, 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 probably another one. Right? And then we're going to go collision, where is it? And then for this, we're going to sim it. So we'll do cloth physics. There we go. It's not too bad. Can we face shade smooth? Let's try auto smooth at 40. Oh, come on now. Okay, that isn't actually that bad. I think I can get away with a little bit more. If I do another subdivision. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I also need to make sure that it self-collides. Where is it? Check surface, pressure, shape, pin group. No, collisions, self-collisions. Oh god! There we go, the frame rate dropping to like 12 there because it's colliding with itself. Okay. Question is, does that... Yeah, it slightly drags over the edge there. But I might need to make this slightly smaller. The idea is I'm trying to get rid of jaggies like that, but it's so hard to get rid of them at the moment. Let's turn self-collisions off and see if that works. Nope. This is proving to be a little bit more awkward than I thought it would. That side's kind of fine. The other side isn't, though. Let's try 4 on self-collision. Right, I might have to go further with this. Let's try... This is gonna be so stupid. Let's try doing another subdivide, or another 2. Oh my god! That moment where computer is like, dude, you're putting way too much detail into literally just a cloth. Where is it? Oh, I tried simming it and the frame rate, man. Can I have Blender back, please? Blender's like, yeah, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. Can I just unsub that? I might have to just stick with the low poly one. Actually, hang on. Oh, no, no, no! No! Come on. There we go, right. Elf Monster says, what's going on here? I'm modeling all of Hotland, and then the resort. I'm just up to the resort now. Hope this is its own file. I mean, it's gonna have to be. Right, let's get rid of that for the moment. I'm gonna have to potentially do this a different way. Hang on. Let's try doing it this way, right? We just make that bigger. I'm gonna try cheating this and see whether it works. I could just do it really low poly like this, but I actually do want to see if I can sim it. So the idea is now, if I bring these down a little bit, right, and then we sub this. That might be okay, and then all we'll do after that is we'll change that to look better later on. We'll decimate it, potentially. I just want to see whether that little cheat there works. What the hell? Oh, the bits underneath are still there for some weird reason, even though I told it not to do that. No, it's just a case of trying to get the cloth so it doesn't fall off the table. Right, let's try where the rigid body stuff is here. Let's try rubber. No, okay, let's try leather. I need it to hold position, you see. Because if it can hold position, we're good. That's good enough, I'll take that. Convert to mesh, right? And then we'll just decimate this. Unsub. Dude, I'm actually better just modeling this by hand, I think. It's probably going to be less. Yeah, it's going to be less polys and not look as bad. Right, so. Let's do that there. Bring this down to about here. And then we need another loop cut here. I'm gonna also do a couple here. So I'm going to try subdividing this again and see whether I can get at least some smooth edges going on. Right, and then we'll just do subdivision surface. So what I'm trying to do is just get those rounded edges, which I do have there now. I just need to edit this a little bit. Because the idea is to make the table look more rounded. Let's try that. Oh, I see why. What's happening is it's this bit here needs to be pushed back a little bit. By the looks of it. Let's try that. It's also because of that edge there. So for instance, if I do this, and put some more loops in here. Hey, that's actually not that bad now. Sense of scale is pretty nuts, classic, especially if you're trying to do imaginary characters like this, you know, like monsters. Right, so if I do that, that's actually not too bad. Oh. That's the whole reference there as well. So we got table leg, tabletop, and then tablecloth. Now the cool thing about the cloth that I actually didn't realize before is that it's a Metaton reference again. It's like everything is a Metaton reference. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take the sprite work here. I'm going to do this in Photoshop real quick. So what I'm going to do is take all of this, right? And just unwrap it. Oh. The heck is... Oh, it should be around here. So that shouldn't be too bad. So if I work with that in Photoshop real fast... Metaton is gassed it. Dude, don't make me put the video on. Andrew Cunningham's video where he's like, dude, it's everywhere. Right, let's see. Environment, custom textures. Because you'd hear the world revolving again, John, because part of it's in that. Oh, that motor starts up Adobe Cloud for no reason there. Do, 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 do. Here it comes. There it is. I just forgot I need to export this UV layout. We'll do it by Why do you hate me? I don't. You know I don't. Creative Cloud's like, you installed Bridge? I'm like, oh, that's nice. Do, 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 do. Where is? Because I'll point this detail out in a moment after I've got the table set up. Okay, I need the sprite work for this as well, so I need to go find the sprite work reference that I've been using. There it is. Because I want to get this exact. That moment where I'm going on like detours with little details here. So we're gonna match the colors on the sprite work exactly. I don't believe I did not see this detail before, by the way. It is absolutely nuts. Give me a sec. I just realized I can just potentially do this a really easy way in Blender. Give me a moment. I need to find Metatom first, though. Let's go find him. I just need to change the Blender window here. The lines, what do they mean, Mason? Right, so it's that one, I think, no? Okay, there we go. So I need to find Metatom here, right? I'm trying to keep the wireframe from going absolutely nuts in terms of how it is. So here's my version of Metatom that I was using for VR chat, right? Now the thing is, the little detail that I noticed on the sprite work just is the entire front of Metatom is on the tables. So what we do is we're gonna have all this be changed into like black and white, basically. So we'll do base black. We're just gonna select everything and just assign that for the moment, right? And then just change it to black, and we'll even make sure that that's fine. Right? And then everything else needs to be white that I need. So for instance, we'll do another material. We won't be saving this, so that's good. We're gonna do white. And what we're gonna do is have all these little details on the front of his panel, right? I'm gonna have all of them be white. And it's the dials as well. I can just... Not those though. I need to make sure that those little bits are not part of the dials. Nope. I can just eliminate some of this and then get a screenshot of it, and then we're good. Or even just render it out. Don't believe I did not notice this little detail. I'm going to be telling people in the Undernet later and they'll be like, oh, I already know. No. Okay, right. So those need to be white. And then we do like that. I don't want that to be reflective though, so we'll do this. And what we then do is we take this, and that is literally everything in white is what you see on the dining table. It's really weird. I only just noticed that. I just realized all these on the dining table have to be turned the same way. But yeah, they are all the same thing. If I just rotate one, I can just copy and paste it. Yeah, that pattern there. If I take that now, I just screenshot that and put it in Photoshop, we're good. And then we just go, where is it? Hotland. Don't save the VR chat version of Metaton there. Don't do it, says John. Wait, what? What the hell, John? Doodle-doo, doo-doo, doodle-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo, doodle-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Take that, and then we copy this. You guys won't see this for the moment, just while I'm doing this. Spice, my dude, spice. Oh boy. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. I don't believe this detail, man. Makes sense, but... Right, delete that. Make sure this is in the correct area. Make sure it fits on the screen, so we do 200 maybe? Too big. 160 by 160. And then what color is that? It's like a dark blue by the looks of it. Color. Match the color there. Oh, needs to be a bit darker. Not that dark though. Do do do. Do 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 do. And then what I might even do here is put like a checkered layer over this as well. Do 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 do. So we'll do like, this is 1000 by 1000. So if I do another layer, oh. All of this detail just for this, but hopefully it'll be worth it. And hopefully it'll come out looking decent. So we do 3, 50, 50. You guys can't see this at the moment, but I'm just getting this checkerboard texture right. It's too warm. Indeed it is. It is terribly warm. Right, merge those two layers. Then we bring those down by 50. Actually, no, 25. And then I'm just going to copy and paste this, and hopefully it'll be okay. Do 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 do. When's the Ice Age coming? I know, right? Hopefully soon. You got all 4 screens up, don't you? Looking at the bottom screen, we can see it's good. What I've got here is I've got Photoshop in the background. And I'm using it just to do this texture real quick. I'm just trying to get the colors right so it doesn't look off, is the best way of putting it. Oh, come on there. I think I'm almost done here. Okay. I just need to make this top texture look a little bit darker now. And then we're good. Let's try that. File, save. Save as, environment custom textures. MTT table pattern. I might have overcomplicated this. Let's see. I've got the original file, so I can always. Actually, yeah, no. Let's go with the original. I did like a checkerboard pattern, and it looked too visually detailed for what I needed because it kind of took your attention away from the main pattern. So instead, I'm gonna just overwrite that. And now, I'll show you the texture for this bit and hopefully it'll apply to it properly. Oh, and I need to edit, face, smooth. Okay. So we do MTT tablecloth. Base color, open, environ. Hey, there it is. So you only get to see this a little bit on the sprite work, but essentially each tablecloth has Metaton's face on it, his robot face, like all the dials along the bottom and then his main faceplate. You only get to see it a little bit in the sprite work here from above. You can just about make it out. Hang on. See. The candle obscures the one of the dials, but the rest of the little things on it, it's just all Metaton. So yeah, if I take that now and I just save that PSD, yeah, save that there just in case I need it in future. He's everywhere. He's doing a gaster. He's doing a gaster of being absolutely everywhere. Let's start this up again. Dude, I didn't even... Oh. I didn't even notice that detail until I'm sat there, like, literally just eyeing up the sprite work and just be like, wait a minute. And then next moment, I see the tables looking like Metaton. So, that's the small one. And then we got... Just realized I don't need to do the table surface underneath because the cloth is going to be over the top of everything. So if I just leave it like that, it sims it without having to worry too much. Unless I look from... unless I look from underneath like that. That ruined it for me then. I was like, right, I got this, it's not too bad next moment. I'm thinking, but what if I do a shot from underneath? And it's like, oh, you've ruined it now, Dave, well done. People People are gonna get sick of coming to these streams if they hate the Deltarune soundtrack. You're just gonna be like, dude, you keep playing it over and over and over again. It's like, well, chrome silver table. 0.4. Oh no, wait. 0.5 and then 0.4 for roughness there, and then we'll do the same with the table. Chrome silver table. And then we'll just duplicate that. Bring it over here. Tablecloth. Large. Little top. Large. Small. Oh. Large. That way we can just copy those if we need to. And we'll make the large one the same scale as Asgore. Or rather, to what you'd expect Asgore's scale to be. So for instance, let's put that to about there roughly, and we'll do this. There we go, so we have 2 table sizes now. Let's just move Frisk and Asgore out of the way here. Oh. And then we still got to get scale for this room because of how big it is. Because we've got the stage here. All these plants and everything else, and the 8 tables. So, this is going to be awkward. If I place 8 tables in the same positions, how big or small does the place look? Let's find out. Duplicate. I'm just going to put these in random locations just for the moment. Just to check how much scale there is between these. Or rather, how much distance there is, sorry. Got another 3 to do here, and then we're done. Okay. And if I was to do that, how much room is there between all the monsters? It actually doesn't look too bad scale-wise. Maybe push them slightly closer. Wait, hang on. If I put them at like the very edge there. And that's not too bad in terms of getting sense of scale for the room. Let's try and see here. If I put Asgore like there and then move Asgore again to about there, that one needs to be moved again. To about there. And then we'll do this. We'll do basically double Asgore is where we want to be in terms of space. It's about there, roughly. The reason why is because normally they leave you with enough room in these places for about like a person in between when everybody's sat down. So what I'm thinking is that double Asgore leaves us enough room in between. It's like Asgore there, and then, oh, right. So everything else has to be moved down to there now. Alright. And then double Asgore again. It's about there. So that's the rough scale of the room, like that, in terms of positioning of stuff. And then we can just randomize where the tables, like how big the tables are later on. But roughly that gives you enough room. And then in terms of other moving room, I do Asgore on his side there, like 90. Most first-person views, good movie, keys the space the most platforming. And it's the thing is, I'm looking at it and thinking, I don't want the room to be absolutely massive, even though it's a dining hall. But I still want to give a realistic amount of room, you know? So like, for instance, Asgore there is fine. Probably to about there. So just the side of the plant is going to be okay. Which fits in kind of with the overall layout. So you got there, and then there. So yeah. Where Frisk is at the very edge there, so that first purple line is going to be the edge of the room that way. So about the, right? Maybe a little, no, because I've already got plenty of room the other way. And then this isn't going to be like the most amazing to scale thing ever, but I do want it to be kind of good. And then towards the window, we imagine the windows here probably pretty close, right? We got enough room for the plants and stuff. We also need enough room for tables in here, so we got imagine you're going to want to leave extra room there, so about that at the front as well, because you've got to consider any windows that we add on the front, and then obviously moving around for anybody that comes and serves meals or whatever, they've got to move in that gap, so having them be as big as Asgore or Frisk just makes sense, you know. So that should roughly be the dining hall scale that way. And then we just gotta get this way. Now for this way, in game, it's got enough space for like a TV and everything else. If we do say like double or triple Asgore here, that might not be too bad. So we got there. So about to where the end of these tables are. If I just dial that back in to about there, roughly. Doesn't look too much, but in terms of scale, it will. So there's the dining hall. Then I've got to do this other bit on the back, which is the stage. Now the question is, do we do this as like, because it's clearly inset, right? Might have to do a stretch up some stuff if it overlaps, but it looks good so far. Well, it's like at the moment, it doesn't look too bad. So here we have the problem now of getting the stage, right? Because the stage is massive and goes a certain distance back. But the issue is that we don't know what's behind it, right? Because we can see the front of the stage here where you climb on or whatever. My idea is you have like little stairs here that climb up, and then you get on, and here's the surface area for the stage, right? The thing is, clearly behind it we have like some sort of pattern for everyone, but we don't know what's behind that. Like, there's no rooms or anything behind it, so I'm wondering whether this is just like a walk-on area that's just inset slightly. You know, where people just come in, walk on, do the bit, and then walk off. Or whether there's like a seating room at the back where people chill out at the back and do stuff, you know, and then come in. Because that's how it is in the Undernet hub. There's a back room here for chilling out, and then you just come around and come on stage. The thing is, if I do that, I've then got to include like a doorway over here or something that will allow people to get into the back room and then get on that way, or maybe some other way of accessing that. It's the same with fish receptionist here. It's like, how does she fit into that area? There's got to be a way for her to get out of that, which I imagine is like double doors or something. I don't know. Where's the killing rooms, is John? Wait, what? Just making sure I hit save here now. So, at a mystery room, I make the glass that slides left to right. I didn't see that as sliding stuff, actually. Oh. Might do. So for fish receptionist's bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them as double doors next to where she is, just so she can get out, right? So let's do double doors. Take those. Because Toby's not giving any indication of how she gets in and out of a little office place. So let's loop cut this. Loop cut this here. Then we're going to insert. Oh, come on now. Inset would be really nice right about now. Blender. Blender. Seriously. That moment where you try to inset and it's just like, yeah, no. There we go. Button there. I don't know whether I should stretch that down because it's stretching way too far there. Maybe we should do like the other side, because the other side has everything at a certain height. And then it's cut across, which doesn't actually look bad, so maybe I should do that. Instead of inset there, let's take this, loop cut to there like that, and then I can just easily put the doorway that I made before in there. Just do that, just go delete faces. Or, actually, inset those faces, right? We go like this. Make sure that's brought in a little bit because it needs to be. Bring that down so it's flat with everything else. Just need to delete that bottom face. Bottom face is always a problem. Get this, make sure everything's, oh. Scale tool, not movement tool. Make sure everything is super flat. Take the floor and the wall here, maybe. Oh no, it's just the floor. Inset that to roughly the same amount as the doorway. Delete that. Take these and merge at last. That way we keep the quads there. We also get the doorway. John says she doesn't get out of there. She stays in there forever. No! It's mean. She needs some way of getting out. Right. So, where's Asgard and Frisk? Okay. There's Asgard. That's bigger than him, of course. Let's try 90 here. If we do double Asgard for scale here. With a bit of wiggle room. That's fine. And then for this bit, we can do the same here with the roof. I actually imagine the roof in this bit goes a little higher because of how Fish Receptionist's place is. So what we do is we'll do this. Stage 1 denials, John Whitmore. So we do this, Well, we moved fish receptionist's bit just slightly up, right? And then, oh crap, punch that in to about the same place where Asgore and Friska currently stood. So here, right? And then we just need to join these two areas up. So, what I imagine here is roughly where Frisk is. They're pretty tiny, so if I put like a small connecting wall here. Oh crap. If I get rid of that for a moment. If I put a small connecting wall between these two, that should be fine. So I do about there in terms of thickness. And make sure those are both lined up with each other. And then all I need to do is extrude that upwards, I think. Might need to loop cut that again. This is going to be a bit of a unique problem. Because I now have two areas. If I try and just bridge that, it's just going to have a slant that goes down, right? Ideally, this needs to go up, but if I do that, it slants that on the inside. So ideally, what you want is an extra part of the roof here, but then you're adding another loop into this, which you shouldn't really do because it starts to complicate things. Because with that loop now, if we try and merge those two, it's not going to work. Like, it would work if I did this. I'd have to bring that back down, right? And then extrude one of these upwards. Oh crap. Like this. You take both of these, scale them to the right height, roughly. And then we bridge everything here. Ooh. And then we raise Fish Receptionist's roof here just a little bit. Or at least the front bit there. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad at all. What's that extrude there though? Okay, I am gonna get some food and I shall be back later on to do more of this. Primarily because I'm really hungry. So I hope you guys have enjoyed so far and hopefully we can get the rest done later on. So, until then, thank you very much and I shall see you in a bit. Bye!